Hi y'all, Lori here, and welcome back to Libra Lens. If it's your first time here, you are in for a treat because today we are watching episode 2, season 2 of Interview with the Vampire. And I don't know about you guys, but I am like so in for the rest of this season. We ended off episode 1 with that amazing speech with Louis just going to Claudia. It's me and you and you and me. And even though like there was the little Lestat apparition trying to get involved, I'm gonna choose Louis when he says that it's him and Claudia and they're locked in. So I mean, some crazy things went down in that little Eastern European village. So I don't want to gloss over it, but we lost a real one. Like, we met her at the start of the episode, and by the end, they were chopping her head off. I was just like, where is the chill? All because a vampire bit her. A vampire bit her, not like she did anything, but then they were just worried that she was going to turn into a vampire and come after all of them. And I really felt bad for her British lover who was like crying out to Louis to help, but like realistically, if Louis was like or if he were like a regular human man, what could he do, right? Like in that instance, there's like police, the military police were there, and then literally everyone else in the room seemed to be in agreement that this was what needed to be done. Like the old lady that we thought was coming to intervene was like, oh no, don't shoot her, you need to chop the head clean off and make sure it's all gone. And I just think it must have been so terrifying for her in those final moments. Like, you get attacked by a creature and you survive, but then it's your people who kill you and who turn on you. That's like the same people that you got through a literal war, because she's the one who like has created this makeshift community. She's clearly leading it. She goes out, she hunts, she does all these things. She's brought all these people together, and then they're not the ones that are saying that like, oh, in order to keep us safe, we're gonna have to kill you. Tough. Yeah, life can be, it's a bit crazy. But we are heading off on our daddy-daughter adventures to Paris. At the end, we saw them getting to l'Opéra, which, yeah, I know my accent isn't great, but don't hate on it. Don't hate on it. So we know they're in the city, and I'm ready to see where things go. Although, I'm just gonna say one thing. Lestat is French. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So I don't know why the fuck, or editor, I don't know why they are going to Paris. Like, pick somewhere else. Oh, also, after like Claudia's entire search had been to find her, like, the ancestress or the ancestor vampire who created all of them, and like give herself some meaning and find a vampire who, in her words, was not as crazy or as messed up as Lestat, Antoinette, and even Louis to some degree for loving Lestat in her view. Oh, and Bruce, because that's what she always said. Like, those are the only vampires I've ever met. And she's trying to find something else. We finally find another vampire that's living, that's old, that understands this community, that knows even the other vampires that they found in the tombs earlier, that could tell them the history. And right as it seems like they're winning her over and she's gonna come with them, she literally throws herself into the flames. And Louise just like, yeah, what can the damned say to the damned? Because really, like, that she has no motivation to give you. And that's the problem. Like, Claudia is looking for purpose, motivation, like a meaning for her life. Why is she a vampire? Like, what can she do to like create a life for herself? But I feel like that's a question she needs to be asking herself, not necessarily like trying to find an answer from an external source, like some older vampire. But obviously, like, you need guidance, and that's basically what she's trying to search for. So I hope she finds it. Let's see what shenanigans they get into this episode. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Perused a few folklore anthologies. Take on a society of monsters.
Vampires in my life, and you've all been the worst.
It's a bullshit.
There's a vampire in here. Another crucifix.
We can have him saying what happened next in no time.
We can't be the only good ones out there.
Are you sure? You guys might be an anomaly. Maybe all the other vampires just suck. Oh, there's no one else. That's not old or mad. Like, look at this, look at that older man. Like, I'm sure being immortal, having unlimited power, like only being able to come out at night, like it messes you up no matter what. And then having that for centuries. Do you know what it means to be loved? I always feel like the episode names are so dramatic. I love it.
Paris. Very different from what it meant to me then.
May I try?
Paris.
Paris sucks. An island. Paris sucks.
Paris is a universe.
He's such a pessimist.
Just as Claudia and I were healing. On prend du temps pour la trouver. Little rust on the mother tongue.
Lot of rust. Truth don't pay the
No
rent.
salt.
Exactly. He's not supposed to be Creole. She should speak a little bit of French.
Broken bones due to decalcification.
Maybe we chose the wrong town.
You guys came after a war. Nobody has money. Like, what do you mean?
Dear, do not leave Dubai until you've made him retract it.
Looking over our shoulder at all, it was in astonishment.
That's all he was saying, Mr. Malloy.
Session. We've been together 77.
Exactly. What's this whole, like, newlywed thing, finishing each other's sentences? When before he was saying...
In an inconspicuous apartment in the 9e.
Yes, perfectly situated. One floor above waterways of which they had no expertise.
You never made contact with him.
They're just stalking him.
And not one bonjour or prepared. The vampire is a prideful monster. Of nights in the theater with Lestat, I was not seated
For 150 years.
They're actually kind of cute, I think. Don't hate me, let's start fast.
Were they romantic? Who was the master? Neither.
It's a bit much, and I still prefer Lestat's.
Conversation to please him. The American vampire.
Like, I prefer their chemistry, obviously. I don't think that Lestat's a good person, though, so...
rude. I took up photography.
Hobbies. Insanity.
I liked taking photographs.
Louis is such an artist. Like, he always has to express himself in some way. Create something, have a business, make photographs. I don't know, he's just...
Surprise, baby. Something off. Do something and they stop.
Okay.
You caught me. Take the win. I'm your brother.
Who are you outside of me?
Exactly. Who are you as just Louis?
Fire of the night arrondissement. Is only the reticent vampire game.
I love that.
That's not the point she was making.
Sure it is.
She wasn't telling me something I didn't know about myself.
Fishing rod in the head
And
again.
you say later tonight.
I gotta knock out another chapter.
He was definitely not a good person when he was younger.
Yeah, that pissed her off most.
Maybe a new brain in my head. Why can't I tell him this? Weigh his happiness, and maybe I don't want his feelings. A forever switch of wild opposites at play.
Honestly, like, yeah, don't be trying to make me happy when I just want to be in my sadness. Which is not always a good place to be, but sometimes you just want to feel it. And then you can let it go. Even though I don't necessarily think that's what Claudia is saying, but yeah. Also, did I tell everybody that this is Miss Luna? Was she introduced? This is Luna in my arms, y'all. She's a big baby.
Attention, c'est une robe en soie, une goutte d'eau.
She's pretty good at learning languages. Even though she still has an American accent, but like, you know, she's good.
Qui a joué à vous déguiser? Américaine? French is ugly.
Life hasn't been kind enough to allow me that. Maybe if it had been, I'd be a lonely dressmaker in it.
Generally me. Louis has his ways.
I'm an American. What exactly is it?
Oh, Maria must get the meet cute. This song, like the music is very romantic, the theme.
There's a park I'd heard about.
The thing is, I can't get invested in Armand and him because I feel like him and Lestat will end up being endgame. Even though I don't think they should be right now, but let's see.
With a history of chasing the wrong kind of love.
Oh, not him cruising.
Find the right kind of love than in a public park.
Toyed with, and I could hold back the coven only so long. I knew the park well myself. I was not surprised to find him without the girl.
This is raunchy.
Rogue vampires were dealt with in Paris.
Masquerading as a gentleman.
He was awkward. He could fade into the landscape. It was absurd.
I wonder what age Armand was torn. Like, cause a little small, but a little not small.
Yeah?
Who broke the ice?
I will not. Please.
No.
Oh.
I will not harm you.
And I never have. Come.
You never have or you never will.
Claudia! Found us!
Oh yeah, Claudia is gonna be so happy about this.
Mixture of slavish devotees and...
They were all the same to us.
But we were there for vampires.
Not them calling the people cattle. So I don't want to meet more vampires. I'm sure they're not good. Oh, they're vampires, not people, but yeah. Awful and awful lesses. They're calling you awfuls.
Welcome! Pathetic desires.
Oh, this is fun.
Good evening!
Ooh, good evening.
It's for you an outraged.
The rope slip. He's really flying.
He's a vampire.
To the underbelly of the human soul.
In the lowest of...
Fear of the insane.
Shall I take my boot from your arm?
Being vampires, superior to you mortals.
Oh yeah, but if it was in France, shouldn't they be speaking French?
Tiny ship caught human decency. And liking very much what you see. Failed in our jobs, which is at the heart of... While you cry and scream for...
Not scary at all.
Is real.
His eyes are literally red.
You are all complicit. And appalling! And I welcome you. Gust me.
Okay, it's giving he's not acting and he's really disgusted by you humans. Okay, superb, superb, superb.
Why does the master has attend to the...
This, at first I was gonna say it's giving Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I don't know about this part. It's very art house.
Always ended in death or some kind of...
Life is cruel. Life is violent. Play that mattered was the last.
Le malheureux de somebody, the sadness of... I didn't see the name. Bonchan? Not him being the Grim Reaper.
Cutter!
Who are you?
Cutter.
Go away.
Or maybe he's death, I guess, but I mean, Grim Reaper, death, same thing.
What is this?
No. This is an English only performance.
Okay, so...
Is Annika Roman?
She's not acting.
I live in Antwerp.
And that's why they're like...
I was taken from my
a willing belief of disbelief.
people are vampires. This is real.
Not them laughing at her. She should try to run away now or something. She's just standing there still. Like, run, maybe somebody else. They'll kill somebody else in the audience instead of you.
Suppose we were to let you go. Suppose the Reaper had a heart. How about him?
Well, I mean, I guess she wants to live. She's like, okay, don't take my husband and son, but yeah, sure, him.
In every direction from his mustache. The next time you're in the pew, they'll give you up.
See, that's why it seems like it's part of the play. And why would anybody think it's not part of the play? It's giving us all crafted. Like they're supposed to point to somebody in the audience and then... See, Louis has a conscience. He's the only one feeling uncomfortable. Claudia is smiling. Oh.
Everywhere. Why not here? Fate of all mortals. And that would make you a bride.
That's such a crazy monologue. They're conscious death because they're alive but they're dead. And she's the bride of death and you're about to kill her. Like, and why is Claudia inspired? Oh, and they're actually feeding on her. But everybody's just like, ah. Yeah, no, that's so sick. Because they make it a play where the woman actually just died. And they left her body on stage. Why is Claudia inspired? I don't want them to be bad influences on my Claudia. Because they keep on saying that like when you're a kid and become a vampire, you can go crazy. And then now you're putting her around like sick people that want to do theater stuff with death. I don't know. But I mean, she's been looking for other vampires, so we know she's going to get involved.
Been here since the reign of Charlemagne, but of an English company. Leave it off stage, thank you.
Okay, so the English is on purpose in the story.
Oh, did you catch that, Englishman?
Oh, I did, Maître.
Committed tonight. Bravo, brava.
Was it worth the wait?
Oh, okay, so they're not scary. I was scared because I'm like, these people seem sick.
Romance, stage management, props, playwright in residence.
Sam, come, Sam.
Drums. Thank you.
Tuan and Quang Pham, they joined the coven on an eventful pre-century.
The son is the older one.
Estelle and Santiago.
Love the dress.
Thank you.
American vampires, so I say that's a yes.
Alluring is you.
Not Louis just being a beautiful man everywhere he goes. The Europeans are like, I've never seen this beauty.
The maker.
I don't really need
Do you both have the same maker?
His name was Bruce.
Bruce.
Who's that handsome man on the wall up there?
And the finest actor ever to walk our stage.
Of course. That's why I said Lestat is French. Why would you go to France?
Big red flag, huh?
Lestat de Lyoncourt, so let me go to Paris. Like, I'm running from Lestat de Lyoncourt and I'm going to Paris. Well, I guess they weren't running from him because they think he's dead, but...
Saw that Teresa's dead husband was Roberto. His widow. Telenovela.
You're actually so rude. It's like, I don't believe you.
Wall, are you kidding me? Means you knew Lestat before he did.
And yes, he was briefly with Lestat.
Ooh,
100+ years apart.
They were not compatible.
that is crazy.
You shared a boyfriend.
They're like lesbians. You know, they all date each other.
Now, Voyager.
Did you? Lestat's appearance is important.
Let's flip to channel 300 something.
There and had to think of something quick.
You can make up in that.
Okay, why did you just cut like that?
Fine? Yeah, fine.
What about enshrine to him? What if they find out we killed him?
And why are you shouting it out if you don't want them to find it out?
But there they were, inviting us back. After that, I invaded their thoughts and not one. So we need to stay away from Estelle if we can. Head of yours tight, because I want to go back, Louis.
Yeah, because they can hear your thoughts.
Feel pride.
I did not feel pride.
Yes. Those Frenchies love being vampires. I'm going back. I want more.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that for Claudia, but like...
Vampire with skin darker than yours.
Okay, but they love Lestat, and you guys killed Lestat.
You felt my lust.
Armand, slapping hands feel like, so thank you for that. I want to be with my own. Don't ruin this for me.
But seeing Lestat's portrait put me on edge.
Yeah, because you're smart.
I lost my American passport doing that work. Him. If.
Monsieur de Lyoncourt since February 1940. For a party he was throwing.
Then ain't you killed him? Or is that just what he's saying?
Monsieur de Lyoncourt.
You say?
He can act, I guess.
I have no confirmation of his actual death, seeing as you are now here in Paris. Enough for me to pass this box to you. Well,
This, basically.
you may have the office.
Not him telling you have a time limit. And I guess it's a successful visit, like...
Not my own death, rather exist in two different worlds. Revenge on the person or persons who did this.
Oh, but it was him. It was him that did it. You never saw that coming.
But it is a thin veil. Face pressed up against your longing.
Corner of Lou Palatine and Servandoni.
I have no credit. It's a library
She's wearing
card.
that.
I have no credits.
That is.
Hitting the garage door, Louis.
Corner so you could pull out the ring.
The ring.
Day when you finally asked her to marry you.
What? What was that? I didn't think it was shouting at him.
Zine sold them at recess.
Danny, what did Alice say?
Perhaps we should...
She said no.
See, Louis can also be evil. Why are you smiling at that? Like that?
She wanted to say yes.
Would you like to know what she thinks of you now? Thinks of you now. We can do that.
If you're willing to ask your questions and then...
Uh-huh. They said don't be sassy. We run things. You don't run we.
Your question.
What happened next?
I nodded off one night. That made me persona non grata with the leading.
Because why would you fall asleep during his monologue? Oh, I like the music though.
With multiple heads, rounding, waiting for Maître to make the call.
They're so cool.
Merely a taste.
When you travel,
The amuse-bouche with a life.
the longer the ride, the more intense the
And they don't care because they're vampires, so they could crash and they'll still survive. So who gives a fuck about safe driving? Sorry, so who would care about safe driving if they could live forever?
Put your camera away, my American friend. As far as our petrol will take us.
His urine hearts beating.
Oh yeah, so that's another thing. Louis has never had a relationship before where like him and his person could like actually speak to each other telepathically. Because that's obviously that was his maker.
Quite a killing, manipulating the black market.
Oui, mais vous avez pas la permission, non?
Il ne nous faut pas d'autorisation.
That is insane. Also, why is he so good at doing his voice? Like he's a puppet.
Small firearm, bureau.
Oh, he didn't even drink the blood or anything. He just killed him for killing's sake.
I hit before the play.
Enjoy yourself, Claudia, I guess. Oh.
I feast human every other night.
I am now where I most want to be.
Oh, he said, I want to be talking to you.
Very nice.
The blood in the background during this conversation is so funny, though.
Cautious, maybe.
It's alluring. I find myself thinking, what is in there?
And they can bite you off.
Okay.
Tricky.
Both of them have lines.
Predation when the name Lestat was uttered. Don't. A few of the Coven can be volatile and quite. Shut your mind if you hear his name again.
He's giving you this warning for a reason.
You never visit Roger Habert and Associates again.
As you suggest, Maître.
Endearment. Armand for you.
Pip's a savage.
Oh, Louis, I see it now.
Oh, so that's what they do. They always go feed, take one that they leave over for the next night's show.
Thinking this every moment, right? Every now.
Yeah, make yourself smile. Because you don't want them listening to those thoughts.
It was 1556. And here he was.
Okay, that was a good episode. We have been introduced to the Coven. I am already obsessed with the Théâtre de Vampire because what do you mean they're just out here being vampires, eating people on stage, telling the audience that everything you're seeing is real and nothing is happening? Like, I know we're in the past. I know, like, nobody could tell. They just thought it was stage effects, all these things, but come on. And that lady was begging for her life, like, guys, please help me. And literally, nobody cared. Nobody did anything. God. And like Armand and Louis, I don't know, I keep going back and forth because at certain points they seem cute, but at certain points it seems like very much like, is Armand trying to make it just seem like everything's good, you know what I mean? Because why was he like, oh, and I've never hurt you before? Does that mean you're going to in the future? You know, like, why wouldn't you just, like, you said I would never harm you. It should be a given that you would never harm him. Like, okay. Like, why would you not say, and I've never done it? And just, so, like, little things that I'm like, I still feel like maybe Lestat is supposed to be endgame. I don't know why. I just feel like them staying around the Coven is playing with fire, though, because they clearly love Lestat. Armand has already figured out that, like, whatever they said was a lie. And even though he's accepting of it now because he's into Louis, that doesn't mean that if anybody else finds out, they'll be accepting. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Armand is the leader, so I guess whatever he says goes, and like he's accepted them. I'm just happy that Claudia is like feeling like everything that she's wanted, she's getting. Like, she's wanted to feel like she belonged, she wanted to meet other vampires, and here she is like going on coven hunts, they said that she's been going to all the shows for a month straight. Like, so she just invested in the culture, and at the end she's like, I love everything in this moment so much, and da 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 da. And I'm just like, I'm happy that she's finally experiencing joy in her life, because it just seemed like from the moment that she died and became a vampire, like, she hasn't really had joy, except for like that brief time when she first got turned with her and Louis and Lestat, like being like a little family. But once she ran away that first time, the Bruce thing, everything just went downhill from there. It just feels like she's never had any joy. So I'm happy that she's finally getting something to give her some sort of purpose and just some lightness in her life, right? I'm worried about Louis being able to protect his thoughts, though. Like, even at the end, we saw like that last little scene where his face looks serious and then he tries to smile, but it's like, if we can even see it on his face, imagine how easy it could be for a vampire to read it in his mind. So yeah, which is why low-key they were kind of safer when they were around Lestat, because like Louis just always knew that, oh, Lestat can't read my mind, and the only person that can read my mind is Claudia, who like I trust completely. So he never had to worry about protecting his mind rather. But Claudia, for some reason, even though she never had to worry about it, like, she's like on it. So Claudia is a little genius, and I love that for her. But I'm excited about this season. I love the setting, like even with the little just like Coven scene when they were driving around, the aesthetics of everything, it looked so cute. Just, I don't know, everything's very picturesque. And I think they've always had really good backgrounds and things. Like New Orleans was a very beautiful setting as well. I guess maybe just the difference between last episode in the war-torn, like rural backwoods of Eastern Europe to now Paris. Even though this is also Paris in post-World War II aftermath, like it's still like they say like a Paris that's being reborn, and there's a beauty in that renaissance that's going on. So yeah, well, if you are still with me, thank you, and you might as well subscribe if you've not. You can also like, share, do all the things. Catch me on Instagram if you want to see more of me at Louis the Libra, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching. Bye.